Here's the day ahead at Capital OTB on OTB TV on this Friday, January 24th afternoon into the evening. We'll have some Aqueduct, New York racing, Gulfstream Park kicking into the Pegasus weekend. Tampa Bay over on the west coast of Florida. Oaklawn, big weekend for them as well with the Southwest and the stakes card tomorrow. So also kind of kicking into things with Friday action at Oaklawn. A little bit later on, Santa Anita, and then later than that on the Selkie side of things, we have the Meadowlands, Mohawk, Yonkers, and Out West Cal Expo. That's all on OTB TV on this Friday afternoon into the evening. News, as I'm taping this, I'm just sitting in here on my monitor right below the camera watching some racing from Meydan over in Dubai. It was the return of Laurel River, and earlier this week, Laurel River at the Longines World's Racing Awards. Laurel River was named the co-world's best horse from last year, along with City of Troy. And again, it's kind of a handicap situation. They both, I believe, had a 128. But it was Laurel River and City of Troy. Laurel River had not been seen since winning the Dubai Cup last year, the Dubai World Cup. And in prep for that, essentially, and maybe a stop in Saudi in between, Laurel River made the return today in the fourth race in Dubai and was way out in front early, turned into the stretch, looked to have the race won, essentially. And then late in the race, you could see the stride shortened a little bit. You know, this was a mile off a long layoff, again, going back to the Dubai World Cup victory last year. And Laurel River, in the shadow of the wire, gets beaten by that much by a horse named King Gold. You know, off of the layoff, it was probably an okay seasonal debut. We'll see. But again, the world's best horse of the year, as named in London earlier this week, winds up getting nipped in the seasonal debut in Dubai this morning. Also, last night, Eclipse Awards were announced. No surprises necessarily. Torpedo Anna, Horse of the Year. Torpedo Anna, they put out the final votes. And again, the finalists are decided as a voter. I have to list my top three. And they do a point system. I think it's 10 points, 5 points, 1 point. And that's how they determine the finalists. But the winners are only determined via the first place vote. And people may say, well, why do they do that? Well, they do that because Torpedo Anna was the unanimous winner. So if you didn't have that list of the top three and parse them out that way, Torpedo Anna would be the only listed finalist, and it would kind of take the suspense away. So that's why they do it that way. But after the awards come out, they list what the actual first place vote breakdown was. And again, Torpedo Anna swept. She's got all 208 of the votes. As far as three-year-old filly, Horse of the Year, she was clearly the choice. She had 193 votes, Sierra Leone 10, Fierceness 5 in your Horse of the Year. Other than that, the winners were pretty clear on the votes for the most part. Even Older Dirt Male, National Treasure, 148. Next was Full Serrano at 19. The interesting one, maybe on the vote totals, was the Trainer of the Year. Chad Brown got it with 101, but Kenny McPeak had 88. So there was some play for, you know, a trainer who had a great season story-wise with the Oaks and the Derby over the course of 2 days early in the year, and then was so generous with Torpedo Anna and led her to a Horse of the Year title. So Kenny McPeak got certainly some push on there, as I say, with one of the closer final vote totals amongst the various categories. Eric Asmussen was named the Apprentice Eclipse, gave a nice kind of emotional speech, and then his uncle Cass Asmussen had a taped piece. He was the apprentice back in the day, and so that was kind of fun to see the uncle and the nephew both being Apprentice Eclipse winners. The overall, and you can watch the replay on YouTube. I was watching live, and the overall broadcast, they always do a good job in that, you know, these award shows, they are what they are. And this group, you have a bunch of horse racing people kind of sitting out there, so I don't know if there's an audience that really plays to the entertainment aspect of it, although they kept that very short and sweet, which is good. You know, you watch some of these award shows, and they come out and they have a little bit of shtick, and it's just like, let's just get to the awards. And that's pretty much what they did yesterday. I think the host